Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.
It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV back at y'all with another one. Let's talk about 3 major issues with James Gunn's Superman movie. Number 1, we gotta talk about the suit, okay? Now, it's not necessarily about how the suit looks, because the suit is pretty decent looking, right? It's more so how David Corenswet looks in the suit, bro. Like, bro, how are you Superman and you look flimsy in your suit? Your suit looks loose, right? You got no muscles. You look like you're vegan. You look like a soy boy, right? You look like you've never lifted a day in your life. Like David Corenswet, do you lift, bro? Do you lift? How do you have no muscles in the Superman suit, bruh? Like, bruh, the CW Superman was more muscular in his suit than David Corenswet Superman. And this is a movie with a budget of over $200 million, and you're telling me that James Gunn did not make sure that this guy was weightlifting leading up to this movie, bulking leading up to this movie, increasing his calorie intake leading up to this movie? How can I watch Man of Steel and I see how brolic and muscular and massive Henry Cavill was in his Superman suit and how intimidating he looked, right? Like, when you look at Henry Cavill's Superman, you're like, damn, this guy might whoop my ass. When you look at David Corenswet Superman, you're like, bro, I probably could whoop this dude with one hand. Like, let's be honest, guys. You would not expect a guy that looked like David Corenswet Superman to be the hero of planet Earth. You would not believe that. You would not believe that this guy is intimidating at all. You would think he's soft. Let's just call it what it is. Your average American citizen that's in decent shape could go to Party City and buy a Superman outfit and look just like how David Corenswet looked in his outfit. Let's just call it what it is, man. So that's number 1, right? You can't be Superman, an alien who's super strong, one of the most powerful superheroes, and you got no muscles. So we got to get that out the way, okay? Number 2, the CGI, okay? The CGI in this movie was awful. Now, I do love the fact that James Gunn used a lot of colors in this movie. There was a lot of bright colors in this movie. I appreciated that because that was one of my critiques with Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Justice League, right? All 3 of those movies were very dark, right? A lot of dark colors. I appreciated the fact that James Gunn said, you know what? Let me do the complete opposite. Let me give a more comic book vibe and let me bring some bright colors in this movie. So I love that. But the flying scenes in this movie, bro, look so fake, bro. There was so many weird angles where when Superman was flying, the camera's all zoomed in on Superman's face. You know, David Corenswet looks like he got the Forrest Whitaker lazy eye going on. Looks like he's kind of cockeyed like Charleston White, right? And it was just awkward, bro. Like, the flying scenes just looked so obviously fake. It just didn't look real at all, bro. Like, it literally looked similar to the CW Superman. Maybe the CW Superman looked more realistic than this movie. And I just don't understand how a movie that was released in 2025 with a $200 million plus budget looks faker than Man of Steel that came out in 2013. The flying scenes in Man of Steel, bro, are levels above James Gunn's Superman because it actually looks real. It actually looks realistic. It actually looks like, you know, Superman is really flying. This Superman, bruh, it did not look real while he was flying, bro. It didn't. So that's number 2, the CGI. Even the little Godzilla creature they had in this movie that was beating up Superman, like, that shit looked fake too, bro. It just didn't look real. So number 3, Superman was getting his ass kicked for 95% of the movie, guys. This, like, bro, you cannot introduce a brand new Superman and in the first movie of the reboot, Superman's getting his ass whooped for most of the movie. Because we're not going to take the character serious. Okay? There was so many moments in this movie where Superman had to get saved by the Justice Gang. There was one scene where Superman was stuck in this pocket universe and Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane basically had to come and save him because he lost all of his superpowers. So they had to find out where he was at. They had to get into where he was at and they had to help him break out. And towards the end of the movie, Ultraman, who was a clone of Superman, oh my gosh, he was putting belt to ass on Superman, bruh. Superman was struggling with him. So the Justice Gang, once again, they had to come and save the day, right? There was some scenes where Crypto had to come and try to come and help Superman. Like you had to have your cousin's dog come and save you, bro. Shout out to Crypto the Super Dog. I did think it was dope that he was in the movie, but boy, did they do an awful job with introducing this new Superman to be taken serious. You look at Matt Reeves as the Batman that came out in 2022, right? That's a Batman reboot. They did a great job with introducing that Batman. Because in the beginning of the movie, you started off with a fighting scene, right? You have the scene where Batman is chasing down the Joker. Kind of looks like Batman got stuck in a fire, but the Batmobile flies up in the air, right? Causes the Penguin to crash, right? Like, they did a great job of making Batman look badass in that movie, bro. You took Batman serious in that movie. And that's what you have to do when you reboot a franchise and you start fresh. You do not start off the first movie of the new franchise as having the main character, the star of the movie, the superhero, getting beat up for 95% of the movie. Because what you do is you make him look weak, bro. You would never see a Batman movie where Batman is getting beat up for 95% of the movie. Look at Batman Begins with Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale playing Batman, right? They showed Bruce Wayne learning the martial arts training to prepare to become Batman, right? You look at The Dark Knight. You didn't, like, even though Joker was causing mayhem all over Gotham City, you didn't see Batman getting beat up for most of that movie. Even when Batman got his back broken by Bane, that was like in the beginning of the movie. Batman rehabilitates himself, ends up, fixing his back, and he goes back to kicking ass, bro. That's what you do, bro. You don't have the superhero get beat up for a majority of the movie, bro, because it takes away from the aura of the superhero. The superhero is supposed to look like the most powerful, the most dominating, right? He's supposed to be saving people. And the only scene in this movie where Superman looked like, he was actually some type of a threat is when he was up in the sky doing the 360 shooting lasers out of his eyes, bro. That was the best scene of the whole movie for Superman. There was no scene in the movie where Superman was actually using his fist and beating somebody up. It just didn't happen. So, also, I kind of feel like the Justice League outshined Superman in his own movie. I feel like Mr. Terrific was the star of Superman, bro. Mr. Terrific was just awesome. His outfit, his gadgets that he was using on his little computer, right? He was defeating a lot of enemies in the movie. Even Guy Gardner, bro. Guy Gardner's Green Lantern was pretty dope in this movie as well, man. Like, the Justice Gang seemed like they were more suited to save everybody than Superman was. And that just doesn't make any sense to me because we know Superman is stronger than Guy Gardner. We know Superman is stronger than Mr. Terrific. We know Superman is stronger than Hot Girl. But that's not what it looked like in this Superman movie. It looked like Superman needed the Justice Gang more than the Justice Gang needed Superman. And that just didn't make any sense to me. So that's my thoughts on this. I just think Man of Steel was better. I wish you would have got a Man of Steel 2. I wish you would have gotten a Justice League 2. And listen, if Paramount could somehow, buy Warner, maybe we could restore the Snyderverse. So with that being said, it's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, click that hype button. And most importantly, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave. Welcome to Stay Wavy TV.